What's up, guys? Ryan with Michigan Storm Chasers here. We have a couple things to update you guys on, starting with our snowfall, and also some wind today, as well as an updated weekend forecast for you guys. Let's go ahead and dive right on in. Before I start, though, I want to say a shout out to the spotlight sponsor of today's video. It's going to be Katz Roofing and Siding, based out of the Potterville, Lansing area. They cover roofing, window, gutter, and siding needs for residential homes in the greater Lansing area. Feel free to give Katz a call at 517-485-9886. They would appreciate that, as would we. Thank you to Katz for sponsoring today's YouTube video. We have some snow working through the upper part of Michigan right now. It dumped an inch or two of snow, maybe 3 or 4 in spots. But then as we move into the evening tonight, we're going to go ahead and roll the radar here. We're going to go ahead and look at additional snowfall filling in here this afternoon into the evening hours, and that could be heavy at times, and then another round of snow likely for later tonight into the morning hours of Saturday. Additional accumulation is likely in these areas, especially for the UP. Looking at the snowfall forecast here, we're going to see the system moving off to the east from this morning. Then here comes our snow later on this evening, and then again another good anywhere from 3 to 6, 4 to 8 inches of snow in some spots through the day tomorrow. So lake effect snow kicking up here. Additional accumulations are likely, especially for the UP, but also wouldn't be shocked to see some snow further downstate as well. We'll keep a close eye in the western part of Michigan as well as the northern part of Michigan here, where you have these accumulations of 1 to 3 inches in spots. Very localized, but still a possibility throughout your Saturday. Going into our snowfall forecast, we are going with a widespread, really 1 to 3 in the aqua areas or in dark blue or even purple, pink areas. But generally speaking, 5 to 9 additional snowfall yet to fall for the eastern part of the UP. Elsewhere, anywhere from 2 to 6 inches up there in the northern part and the western part of the UP. The further south you go in the UP, the less snow becomes because it's warmer. Then going to the LP, the Lower Peninsula, 2 to 4 up there by Sheboygan, Alpena, 2 to 4 by Traverse City, Arcadia, Ludington. Anywhere else, 1 to 3 there in the aqua color. Then white color traced to an inch of snow. Further to the east toward that Flint and Detroit, Lansing, Ann Arbor areas, just some snow showers for you guys. Not much to write home about, but don't be shocked if you get caught off guard by a snow shower passing through in the other parts of the state. So that is our snowfall forecast. In addition to snowfall today, on our Friday, we have some wind to talk about. I have a map pulled up above me here. I'm not going to display it, but getting widespread gusts here in the mid 30 to mid 40 range. 35. Actually got a 48 mile an hour gust now just in Holland. Actually got a 55 mile an hour gust now coming in from Holland, and that was as of, let me see if I can find this here. That was as of 11:24 on the screen. So about 13 minutes ago, we got a 55 mile per hour gust out of the Holland airport. So gusty winds are cranking up now. That's going to begin to crank on the west side here. Watch on the map here. These are your wind gusts in miles per hour. We're going to see as we move into the current time frame right now, we're going to see the highest gusts centered in the western part of Michigan here, where we're getting these 50s, upper 40s and low 50s for your numbers for your highest wind gusts there. Those will move slowly eastward across the state here as the afternoon goes. As the afternoon goes on, the higher the gusts become and the further east they push. Widespread 40 to 50 mile per hour gust possibility here in the state. Again, our wind map yesterday is still valid. I do not have it pulled up here, unfortunately. But the thing I'm going to talk about is after today, we are looking at tomorrow for some gusty winds as well. Tomorrow could very well be quite a gusty day here. Overnight tonight, the winds will continue as well. Keep that in mind. So we're not just going to say bye after the evening hours like we thought yesterday. These winds will continue to crank into the evening hours overnight and into tomorrow. The wind forecast for tomorrow, we're going to go with 20 to 30 miles per hour. Could see isolated higher, especially by the lakeshore in the purple areas there. 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts, definitely a possibility. Don't be shocked to see higher gusts across the state for your day tomorrow. But generally speaking, the worst of it is going to be today when winds could gust to 40 to up to 50, perhaps a little bit over 50. Like I just said, 55 miles per hour there in Holland a few minutes ago. Some isolated instances of that will be possible today, leading to isolated power outages with that as a result. So that is the wind forecast for today. We have numerous alerts out there, starting with wind advisories for the entire lower peninsula of Michigan. Wind advisories are in effect for 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts. Further north these are going to be wind advisories again for northern lower. And the purple and pink, there's going to be winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings for the respective locations. Additional snowfall likely throughout the day today into tomorrow morning. So a lot going on here. Now with our temperatures as well, we're looking at our temperature map now. Today starts out cold. It's probably cold out there as you're going to watch this video, but then as we get later in the afternoon, some warmer air begins to fill in south to north here. By the time we get to the mid-afternoon time frame, 3, 4, 5 o'clock, we're going to be looking at upper 40s and perhaps low 50s, maybe even mid or upper 50s further south there. Keep an eye on Niles area, further southwest, Sturgis, Niles area. 58 degrees on the model here. Could make a run towards 60, a possibility here. But generally speaking, widespread upper 40s and low 50s for southern Michigan. Those will be centered around the mid to late afternoon time frame. And as we get into the evening hours, cold air fills back in and we're left with a much more winter-like pattern. Wind chills tomorrow morning will be quite cold as well. Switching over here to the apparent temperature. This is your wind chills. As we move into Saturday morning, below 0 wind chills, or at least close to 0, a possibility here for a good chunk of the state. This is for morning tomorrow, 8, 9 a.m. We're seeing the gray areas below 0 for wind chills. But then further south here from basically Lansing on south, you guys have right around single digit wind chills, perhaps close to 0. But generally speaking, cold air, cold wind chills, bundle up tomorrow, or bundle up for Saturday morning. It's going to be a cold one. But first, we're going to have to deal with some warmth today, as well as some possibilities for some outages with the wind. So going into the future and ending on this note, we continue to watch numerous systems on the European model. We're going to go ahead and flip this over here to our precip type. We're going to run this through the time frame. There's our system for this morning. More snow behind that. It'll fill out, dry out for Sunday. And as we get into the early part of next week, a system develops to our west here, and that's going to continue to move our way. Rain is likely for your Tuesday and Wednesday of the early part of next week. As that moves in, we are going to be looking at probably some heavier rainfall, perhaps a rumble of thunder here, and perhaps snow further north as well. So with that being said, do expect your early part of next week to be on the wetter side, whether it's going to be snow or rain. You guys will likely be seeing precip, or we will likely be seeing precip in the state here, depending on where you're at. It's going to be snow or rain. So we'll keep an eye on this. It could be very warm as well for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. As I pull up that graph there, there's your temperatures next 15 days or so, starting with today on the left side of the graph, going out to that next Friday time frame, the 14th of March on the right side. We're seeing numerous days in the mid 40s, perhaps even low 50s, and even today could touch close to 60 if the model's around to something there for southern Michigan. So a warmer pattern continues, just a few days of cold to deal with within that warmer pattern. Generally speaking, much more pleasant overall.